So I think we're all aware that the quality of aftermarket parts has gone the way of the dodo over the last 20 years, especially in the last 4 years for some strange reason. But anyways, most of us know that the quality of parts has gone downhill, but there's something that you need to be aware of. Maybe you are, maybe you're not. If you're not though, you definitely need to be aware. So I'm working on this 82 C10 that was used as a company truck, and it was rode hard and put away wet for many years, and I'm not sure that there was anything in this state that they didn't try to run over. But needless to say, it was in bad shape. And but I'm gonna rebuild it, and I'm gonna have to replace a lot of stuff. And it sat for God only knows how many years. So I needed to get front brake hoses and rear brake hoses. So I ordered 2 front brake hoses and 1 rear brake hose. And I went to a very popular online parts store and ordered them because they got good prices and fairly quick shipping, and they're reasonable. And I thought, I wanted good quality parts, so I thought I'll order this certain set. The front brake hoses were like 15 something a piece, and the rear brake hose was like 18 something, or no, it was less. I think it was like 12 or 13. But this store had several different options to choose from. Some of them were half that price. And the ones that were half that price was a brand called Sunsong that I'd never even heard of. And I thought, no, I ain't buying that. And then the most expensive was a company that is well known. Something like this. So I ordered them. And they came in. And the box itself, on one side, was all nice like this. But the other 3 sides were plain white, which I didn't think much of. So I open it up and I pull the brake hoses out. I install them on the truck. I didn't look at them real close like I should have. They got writing on them. I never paid attention to writing, but I will now. So I install them, and then I get to looking at them, and one of them doesn't fit quite right. So I pull it back off, and I'll show you. Right here, this was square, and it wouldn't fit up in there. So I had to actually take and just round these 2 edges right here off so that it would fit inside this lip. Not a huge deal, but I shouldn't have had to have done it. The one on the other side was perfect. It was fine. And then I noticed on the brake hoses it says Sunsong. I thought, well, that's strange. I thought, well, maybe somebody ordered the 2 different brands, swapped the boxes and sent them back to get money back, and maybe they get it a little cheaper that way. So I started looking online, and as it turns out, this particular company is known for doing that. They've been doing that a lot lately. So you're not necessarily getting what you pay for. Now, while I was researching it, I did find out that most people are saying that Sunsong is a legitimate brand that actually supplies the OEM. So apparently their quality is as good as any other that you're going to find. So I feel a little bit better about that, but we'll see how it goes once it's finished and on the road. Brake hoses are relatively easy to change, so I'm not real concerned, and it's not like it's a high dollar item, so I'm just going to keep them on there and be happy. However, this particular box that I just showed you is the front brake cable, emergency brake or parking brake cable and I want to show you something. You see those two ends right there? One of those should be a long threaded rod that fits through this piece right here. You see it's got that hole in it? There you go. That's a better shot. So the intermediate brake cable just wraps right through here, and then the long threaded rod has two nuts on it. One nut goes here, you slide it through, and then you put the nut on the other side and just snug them up. That's not the right cable. It's the right part number, but it's not the right cable. So not only was I ripped off, I was ripped off two brake hoses, well, three brake hoses actually, because the third brake hose on the back was also a Sunsewn. And then ripped off again because I got the wrong part. And I didn't open this until it was too late to return it. So, unless you're filthy rich and you just don't know what to do with all of your money, I would be very aware and very cautious about buying anything. Check everything as soon as you get it, and I mean check it good. If you work for your money and you try to use it wisely, make sure that you're aware of this. I don't know if any of you are aware or not, but I was not aware of this kind of thing going on. I'd heard of rebranding. I know some of the tool companies like to buy very cheap tools, have their name inscribed on them, and then sell them at 10 times the price. But I've been aware of that for several years. But this is different. I didn't have any idea, and I bet you that a lot of you had no idea this kind of stuff was going on either. So just make sure that when you get your item, whether you're in the local parts store or ordering online as soon as you can, don't leave the store if you're in a store. Don't leave the store without opening it up, looking and making sure that it is exactly what you paid for. Because if it's not, don't take it. If you order it online, as soon as you get it, open it, check it out, inspect it, make sure it fits. Don't install it, because most places won't take it back if it's been installed. But make sure that it is right. Take measurements, do whatever you have to do. Make sure it's the right part. And make sure that it's the brand that you actually ordered. I don't know what else to say. Ripped off 4 times in a matter of, I think it was about a month. I could have just saved half of my money and bought the Sunsewn, because that's what I got anyway. So just be aware, people. Watch what you're buying, and good luck.